Hello viewers and welcome to the best trucks to use in a SnowRunner in 2026. In this video, I'm going to give you the list of the top 15 best trucks to use in a SnowRunner. Now, at number 15, Kenworth C500. This heavy-duty truck maybe is not the best truck for anything, but it's a decent choice for pretty much everything. From logging to pulling semi-trailers or just carrying normal cargo, this truck is really good. The performance of this truck in mud or snow is decent, and it's a really good truck for regions where you need to drive on tarmac and you need to drive in mud a lot. Not many trucks in a SnowRunner are fast, capable, stable, fuel efficient, all at the same time. Kenworth C500 is one of those trucks. That's why this is one of those trucks that you can use for any activity in any region. The only downside of this truck is ground clearance. It doesn't have much ground clearance. Other than that, it's a good all-round truck. The next truck is Mack Pinnacle. It's very similar to Kenworth C500, but it has access to more add-ons. Like Kenworth C500, this is another truck that is decent for pretty much every single activity in the game. It has a big fuel tank plus extra fuel on the roof rack, and it's a fast truck. The performance of this truck in mud or snow is decent, so in most of the regions, you're not going to really struggle that much with this truck. At first, this truck did not have all-wheel drive, and it wasn't really that good. But after it got that all-wheel drive, it's really good. It can help you a lot with so many different things in this game, maybe other than medium logs. This truck has a couple of unique add-ons. A unique add-on for short logs, a unique add-on for medium logs, and a unique logging crane. To be honest, I wouldn't recommend using that logging crane since it makes the truck more tippy. And also, I wouldn't recommend using this truck for medium logs either. Medium logs makes your truck top heavy and it increases the chances of tipping over. And this truck with medium logs is not that stable. Other than that, another good all-round truck. Number 13, Western Star 6900 XT. A heavy truck with pretty much every single add-on in the game. This truck is another good all-round truck in a SnowRunner that you can pretty much use for any activity in the game. It has access to almost every single add-on in the game, and you can go for many different combination of add-ons with this truck. Compared to the two previous trucks on this list, this one has better performance, it has bigger tires, 55-inch OHD tires, and better ground clearance. It's a fast truck, so for long trips or for driving on tarmac, it's a good choice, but also the performance of this truck in mud or snow is decent to good. So pretty much in every single region, you can use this truck. The only downside of this truck is this truck doesn't have the most powerful engine in the game. So sometimes when you're going up a hill or a mountain, you're going to struggle a bit. But it's not so bad that it's going to make the truck unusable. Number 12, Mack Defense. One of the best off-road trucks in the game. It doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing, Mack Defense is always a good choice. Most of the off-road trucks in this game are aggressive and they are fast, and Mack Defense is no exception. It's a fast and capable truck that has access to pretty much every single add-on in the game except medium logging add-on. Other than that, you can use this truck for everything in this game. This truck has a good powerful engine that makes it a good choice for pulling trailers, and it's a good truck for overloading since it's kinda a stable truck. Mack Defense has a big fuel tank and extra fuel on the roof rack, but it's not the most fuel efficient truck in the game, so be careful not running out of fuel. At number 11, we have one of the most fun trucks to drive, Tega 6455B. As I've already mentioned, off-road trucks are a bit more aggressive than other trucks when you're driving them. They are fast and fuel-thirsty, and Tega 6455B is like the king of that. Driving this truck feels really amazing. Even though this truck doesn't have access to extra fuel and it's a fuel-thirsty truck, I feel like the performance of this truck and the great stability of this truck still makes it a good truck to use. Tega 6455B is a great rock crawler, and the performance of this truck on bumpy ground is really good. This truck is a very good choice for overloading since it's very stable, but other than that, you can use it for pretty much anything that you want. You have access to many different add-ons. It supports crane bed and trailer combo, and it's a capable truck. So it doesn't matter you want to go for a semi-trailer or carrying logs or delivering normal cargoes, this truck is a good choice. At number 10, we have a truck that will disappoint you more than any truck in the game, the Western Star Twin Steer. I know going for this truck is a bit of a controversial choice, but I think this truck is just irreplaceable. This truck is really capable. The performance of this truck in mod is genuinely amazing. It's a very fast truck and it has a 4-slot bed, which makes this truck great for delivering those 4-slot cargoes. Now, something that I really like about this truck when you want to use it for delivering a lot of cargoes, you can deliver some cargoes and then recover and go for the next trip and deliver more cargoes, and again recover and go for the next trip and deliver more cargoes. Something that you cannot do with a trailer. You cannot recover your truck with a trailer, and if you want to recover your truck and buy a new trailer, you're just going to lose money. So why would you do that? But with the Twin Steer, you can do that, and it's really amazing. This truck, I don't think it's going to be a good choice for people who are playing SnowRunner in hard mode, but if you're playing in normal mode, I think it's a very good choice. But understand the limits of this truck. This truck is a bit tippy and it's a long truck, so be careful on those sharp corners. And when you're driving over rocks, be extra careful so you're not popping your tires. And keep an eye on your fuel. This truck is a bit fuel thirsty, so if you do all that, then this truck is really amazing. At number 9, we have the best scouts in the game, the Earth Roamer trucks. Since these two vehicles are very similar, I'm going to talk about both of them at the same time. The Earth Roamer SX and Earth Roamer LTI are like the best vehicles at scouting. The reason for that is the portable radar add-on they have. This add-on is like a mini watchtower. It allows you to scan the area around your vehicle, and this is basically the best thing for scouting. Also, these two vehicles are very fuel efficient. They have access to a lot of fuel. They have a big fuel tank. They have access to spare wheels and repair parts, and they are capable too. Of course, these vehicles are not as capable as something like the TUZ Tatooine, but they are decent. Also, these trucks have access to heavy trailer hitch and light trailer hitch, which allows you to choose what type of a trailer you wanna pull. So overall, really great vehicles for scouting, and also they are good vehicles as a support vehicle too. At number 8, a truck that is going to fight you non-stop when you are using it, FEM 37AT. This truck is one of the most capable trucks in the entire game, and I really mean it. It's incredibly capable. In mud or snow or breakable ice, the performance of this truck is phenomenal. But if it's that good, why it's not higher on this list? It has articulated steering, which is not that great or enjoyable when you're driving it, and it's a bit tippy. That's why I said this truck is like fighting you when you're driving it. On bumpy ground, controlling this truck is a bit hard, but other than that, it's really good. And this truck has really good things to offer. For example, this truck has access to a 4-slot bed, which is really good, but also when you have that 4-slot bed on your truck, you can still attach a trailer to your truck, which makes it really amazing for delivering lots of cargoes. Or you can go for the crane and the long flatbed and use this truck for overloading. Using this truck for overloading is a bit risky, but definitely doable. So FEM 3780 overall is a good truck, has really good performance, but it's a bit of a situational truck. If you are going to drive on bumpy or uneven road, it's better to not use this truck. But if you need to deliver lots of cargoes and you need to drive in deep mud or snow, then this truck is definitely a good choice. At number 7, we have maybe the most reliable truck in the game, the Azov Atom. Pretty much nothing can go wrong when you're driving the Azov Atom. This truck has good performance in mud or snow. It has access to 50-inch mud tires, a big fuel tank, extra fuel on the roof rack, and this truck is incredibly fuel efficient. So pretty much it's the most reliable truck in the game, but also it could be the most boring truck too. You know how Tega 6455B was, like an aggressive truck and fun to drive? This is like the opposite of that. A very slow but reliable truck. Pretty much as long as you're not in very deep mud or snow, you don't need to do anything other than going forward. You don't even need to change gears. This truck will go forward no matter what. You don't need to do anything. And you're really not going to run out of fuel with this truck either. It's a good truck for those long trips if you are a patient guy. This truck supports long bed, crane, and trailer combo, so it's a good truck for carrying lots of cargoes, and it's a very good choice for overloading. Overloading short lugs is another option for the Azov Atom, since you can go for the lug crane and the short lugging add-on on this truck at the same time. And overall, this truck is a good choice for lugging. Doesn't matter it's short or medium lugs, because this truck is stable enough for lugging. At number 6, we have the Dairy Special. In my opinion, a very underrated truck. When I see people talking about the best trucks of a SnowRunner, usually Dairy Special is not there. Yes, it's a bit tippy, but it's a solid truck. Dairy Special is not that fuel thirsty. With this truck you have access to a lot of fuel, 380 liters in the fuel tank and 120 liters on the roof rack. With this truck you have access to 55-inch mud tires, all-wheel drive, always on, and switchable diff lock. This truck has a powerful engine which is good for pulling heavy trailers. It supports crane, bed, and trailer combo, and it's a good truck for overloading, and it's not really that slow. And you have access to a good number of add-ons with the Dairy Special. So overall, I think this truck is genuinely one of the best in the game. It has 2 flaws. It's a bit tippy, and the suspension, I don't know, takes a lot of damage sometimes. Other than that, it's a really good truck in my opinion. At number 5, we have the Zig 605R. Now, this truck is really capable. And to be honest, we can't talk about the best trucks in SnowRunner and do not mention Zig 605R. Zig 605R is one of the most capable trucks in the entire game. It's not that fuel thirsty and has access to a lot of fuel. And it's a great choice for pulling those big heavy trailers. I don't think going for the sideboard bed and attaching a trailer to this truck for carrying normal cargoes that way is a good thing to do, but that's just my opinion. I think this truck shines the most when you are pulling a semi-trailer with this truck. And Zig 605R has good turning radius, which is going to help you when you are pulling a semi-trailer. Overall, Zig 605R is one of the most capable and stable trucks in the game. At number 4, we have an absolute unit of a truck, Plat 450. You know how I mentioned there are some trucks that are good for any activity in any region? This truck is like those trucks, but better, like more capable and better. With Plat 450, you have access to 63-inch mud tires and chain tires if you need them. You have access to pretty much every single add-on in the game, and this truck is good for everything, from carrying long logs, medium logs, or short logs, to overloading or pulling big heavy trailers. And it supports crane bed and trailer combo. The Plat 450 is pretty much a flawless truck. It's very capable, it's a very stable truck, it has access to many add-ons, and the engine is not really that weak. The only downside of this truck is the fuel tank. The fuel tank of this truck is not as big as some of the other heavy, or maybe I should say super heavy trucks in a SnowRunner. The fuel tank capacity of this truck is 300 liters, but you have an extra 160 liters of fuel on the roof rack. So overall, doesn't matter what you're doing, Plat 450 is a good choice. Now, before we get to the top 3, I have 2 honorable mentions. The first one is the Aramatsu Forester. This tractor is just amazing for logging. You cannot really use it for anything else, just logging. And for logging, especially medium and short logs, this thing is amazing. Doesn't matter you want to overload logs or you just want to normally pack them on your tractor, this thing is amazing. It's a bit slow, but it's a very fuel efficient tractor and it's incredibly stable, which is really good when you are carrying logs. The other truck is Cat 745C. Now that it has a trailer hitch and a flatbed add-on, it's even more useful in the game and really maybe one of the best in the game. It's an incredibly stable and capable truck in the game, and since it's one of the OG trucks, everybody have access to this truck. It's good for delivering cargoes or recovering other vehicles since it has a unique maintenance add-on too. And also this truck now has a snorkel, so this truck is not afraid of water anymore. Number 3, Avonhorn A15. The performance of this truck is genuinely amazing. Doesn't matter you're driving through really deep mud or you're going up a very steep hill. The performance of this truck really is just good. This truck has access to 57-inch mud tires, which is its own unique tires, and the rear tires are dualies. Now, the Avonhorn has access to a couple of add-ons, but in my opinion, it shines the most when you're using the crane and the saddle high. If you're using these 2 add-ons, then you can go for the universal compartment 2, which gives you 300 repair parts, 2 spare wheels, and 300 liters of fuel. And it doesn't end here. The bumper of this truck comes with an extra 160 liters of fuel. And here's the thing you can do with this truck. If you go for the flatbed semi-trailer loaded with parts, you're going to have access to 1,100 liters of fuel. 400 liters in the fuel tank of your truck, 300 liters in the universal compartment, 160 in the bumper, and 240 liters in that trailer. So not only any type of train cannot stop you, you're not going to run out of fuel either. And the mini crane of this truck is really good for semi-trailers because the boom length of this mini crane is, I think, the best one in the game. So you can easily use it for picking up cargoes and putting them on the trailer. So overall, I think this truck is really amazing. Doesn't matter you want to pull those special trailers or you want to use a semi-trailer for delivering cargoes. For both of those, this truck is really good, and this truck has access to chain tires, so even on ice, it's a good option. And this truck is not even that slow either, so for longer trips, it's not going to be the worst possible choice. At number 2, we have the Zeek 612H. Like Plat 450, you can use this truck for pretty much anything. You can use it in any region that you want. This truck is pretty much a flawless truck. There is nothing wrong with the Zig 612H. Maybe the only downside of Zig 612H is the front bumper. The front bumper can hit the ground sometimes, and that's it. Other than that, an extremely capable, extremely stable truck that can help you do whatever you want in this game, from delivering logs, delivering water, or overloading. This truck supports crane bed and trailer combo, and it works really good with any type of trailer. And this truck has access to chain tires too. Overall, Zig 612H is just an incredibly good truck. It has everything you need in this game. And at number 1, my favorite truck, one of the most versatile trucks in the entire game, the Kenworth 963. For me, this truck is just perfect. The performance of this truck in mud or snow is absolutely amazing, and it's an incredibly stable truck. I don't think I have ever tipped over with the Kenworth 963. Something that I really love about this truck is the add-ons. You have access to many different add-ons with this truck, and you can go for many different combination of add-ons, like crane and long bed, or you can go for the log crane or medium logging add-on or short logging add-on. This truck supports crane, long bed and trailer combo, and it's one of the best trucks for overloading. The unique flatbed of this truck is wider than normal flatbeds in this game, which again is really good when you're overloading, and it's a good truck for overloading logs too. For a super heavy truck, this truck is not even that slow, so even for long trips and for times when you need to drive on tarmac for a long time, this truck is not a bad choice. And with this truck you have access to a lot of fuel, 510 liters in the fuel tank and 140 liters on the roof rack. But this truck is not flawless. The engine of this truck is not that good. It has kinda a weak engine, and when you're going up a hill or a mountain, this truck can struggle. That's why it's not a good choice for pulling semi-trailers. Overall, I don't like to use this truck for semi-trailers since it's already a very big truck, and attaching a semi-trailer to it, I don't know, it just looks very weird. But the only downside of this truck is the weak engine. Other than that, it's amazing. But this truck is so versatile and can help you with so many different things that since the moment I unlocked this truck, I've been using it in every single region. Doesn't matter that region is very harsh, it's a very difficult region, or it's one of the easier ones. And that's it for today's video. I see you in the next one.